So the dew's finally burnt off. Gonna jump in the tractor, go get some hay on the ground. And there we go, 4.5 hours later, done. Well, I'm hot and I'm sweaty, but we just finished up getting the square bales off the field. Sun's starting to set here, temperatures are starting to drop down. We were up, I don't know, upper 80s today. I think 88 I saw on the vehicle thermometer. So it was a warm one, but temps finally dropped down. We got the bales picked up on a trailer. There were some damp ones, so we figured we'd leave the trailer out here and put it in the barn tomorrow. Let it air out. It's supposed to be a hot one again tomorrow. Hey everyone, Ryan here. So promising to be another beautiful sunny day, but I think it's going to be a hot one. Shortly afternoon here, and it's already warmed up quite a bit. We do get a little bit of hazy clouds starting to come in. There's a chance of thunderstorms tonight. So I got about 20 acres of hay on the ground. We're going to bale it up dry round bales. If we can get it dry, I'm going to jump on the rake and start flipping it over, get the bottom sides dry. At least that's the plan. If everything goes according to plan, should be done here tonight. Here we go, on to the baling. We got one more field to rake. My dad's heading there now to rake it. And I'm gonna jump with the tractor here and get these bales baled up. So my dad just took over for the baling. There's only a little bit left here on this field and then one more field to do. So I don't think it got as warm today as they were forecasting. We've had a hazy cloud cover, which has probably helped with the baling, and it's definitely made it more comfortable. So when you get real hot and dry, it takes and creates a lot more leaf shatter, and you actually end up with a lower nutrition quality to your hay. I'll turn the camera around to show you what I'm talking about. So the nutrition in the clovers and the trefoil are in the leaves, and if the leaves are real dry, they'll shatter. So you can see here I'm pressing on these leaves and they're staying together. That means this will go through the baling process not all broken up. And you can see a little bit of leaf on my finger there. If they're too dry, they all break up. You can see how they're all shattering on this piece. Different from the last one. And all you end up with the stems in the bale, which is a lower nutritional quality. Going so good, and then we lost the bearing. So it came right apart. Now he's gonna go see if we can find a bearing before sunset tonight. Get the rest of the bales up. There's not a whole lot left. Like I said, there's the other field, about 5.5 acres, and I don't know, quarter of a round on this field. And that's about a 1.25 acre. So about 6 acres total maybe. But I could tell there was something not right when I was baling. I just had walked around twice and not seen it. So apparently that was going at that point. You could tell the resistance would go up as the bale got started. So that must have been what was causing the issue. So there's a lot up in the air right now. My dad was able to get a bearing, but he's not sure if it's gonna work. So instead of getting way ahead of ourselves and getting a bunch of raking, or all this that's down flipped over and raked up, and then not being able to bale it that way, we are kind of on hold. We did a little bit here just so we got something started. If the bearing doesn't work, we'll probably do squares and get the other round baler out. I think at least that's the plan. But I've got the last bale that we baled yesterday. My dad rushed the dump on it because I had hollered for him to finish it up, and he pulled the lever and bale dumped. It wasn't quite tight all the way, but we need a bale for the animals here while we're going to be gone on vacation. So we got the tractor here, and it's actually in the dump trailer behind me. You can maybe kind of see it there behind the barrel. So I'm gonna run back and check the other round baler out, see what the tires look like on that. We got the hay wagon there. Kind of had a couple things in there stored for the winter. We got those unloaded. We still have one elevator we got to unload, and then that'll be ready for the square baler. Square baler should be all set to go. We just got to pull it here. So a little bit of run around back and forth to get everything where it needs to be, if that's what we end up doing today. I was hoping that the bearing would work and we'd just be able to wrap them up with the baler that's here and be done with it. And that may still happen. So it's been a long day. Doesn't seem to have been very productive, but we're finally on the last field. My dad ran to town, was unable to find a bearing that would work for the new baler. So we dug out the old John Deere baler. It's been probably 3-4 years since we've used it. Had to go through it, make sure nothing was obviously broken, lube everything up. We took the slip clutch apart, made sure that that wasn't all rusted into place, and a couple of other things we had to take and lube up and pound on to get working. But it seems like it's doing the job. We've got about 4 bales done already. There's a hot smell to it, so we're assuming that there's a bearing going, but we haven't been able to identify which one. And at this point, we figure we might as well just keep going. For now, we got the fire extinguisher handy and nearby in case the bearing heats up enough where it starts a fire. We've had that happen before. Other than that, it's kind of a 2-person job because the twine cutter doesn't always work. So instead of having to bounce off the tractor every time you go to tie a bale, if the twine cutter doesn't work, it's handy to have somebody there that can walk up and just cut it. And to be ready with the fire extinguisher if worst comes to worst. So another hour we should be done with this. Probably take an hour and a half for this baler, but at least it's on the final stretch and won't be too long, we'll be done. So we got the baling finished up. Ended up with 20 full bales and 1 small partial. I was expecting to get about 12 of the big bales, which I guess works out mathematically wise for about a 600-pound bale here out of that smaller, older baler. But it done the job. Got them all wrapped up. Now it can rain on them. We'll get these moved out of here first because these ones aren't as tight and they don't have that net wrap on them. But I'm going to end this video. You know the drill. Like and subscribe. Leave a positive comment. That's what helps the channel out. Till next time.